In the beginning, they started off with horses, and then gradually, as years go by, they introduced vehicles. For thousands of years, we have used horses at war. Approximately 4,000 years ago, horses were used to pull chariots in chariot warfare. The earliest accounts were in Russia. Another type of early horse warfare was with cavalry. The earliest cavalry were usually archers and spear throwers on the horses' backs. In medieval times, horses were ridden by knights. The knights had heavy armor as well as horses. Today, horses are used by police and for recreational purposes. In the First World War, horses were used to transport munitions and to transport wounded and killed soldiers. In 1914, the British government ordered 30,000 horses to the front lines. By the time of the next World War, horses would have been replaced with vehicles because horses needed to be fed and they got injured. By 1915, the British were sick and tired of trench warfare, so they introduced the Mark I tank, initially called the Landcraft. It was then called water carriers because they told the civilians that they were making water holders, also known as tanks. The first attempt to build a mechanically driven tank was designed by Leonardo da Vinci. The next tank to show up in the World War was built by the French and made its appearance on the front lines April 16, 1917. In the start of the Second World War, the French had tanks that had better firepower and armor than the Germans, but they were still defeated due to lack of radios and poor command. There were newer tanks designed with turrets, big weapons, thicker armor, and more powerful engines, but they still had caterpillar tracks. The Germans had a tank called the Königsdagger, which meant King Tiger in German. It was a very powerful tank and had strong armor and a powerful gun, but the armor was weak in the rear and very slow. The Allies had tanks called Shermans. They were moderate armed and moderate gunned, but they still were fast, and they could sneak up on the Germans and kill their tanks. In 1933, Adolf Hitler proposed a new Volkswagen to Ferdinand Porsche. The car could transport 2 adults, 3 children, and speed of up to 100 kilometers per hour. During the war, there were mainly 2 types of Volkswagens produced. They were Deep-Light, Kübelwagen, and the amphibious Schwimmerwagen. They were built to be able to be maintained with little to go on. This was very good for the German troops in Africa. The last Volkswagen to be produced before the war's end was the Commanderwagen, which was the beetle body on a Kübelwagen. These cars are still produced today, but the designs are modified for modern urban use. Today, vehicles are used by the military every day in many countries around the world. There are hundreds of types of war vehicles owned by almost every country in the world. The vehicles are not just tanks, but they are also medical vehicles, surveillance vehicles, and transport vehicles. As the years go by, military vehicles will become more advanced and the war will become more advanced as more countries produce and design more technologically advanced military vehicles.